Good morning. Hi, this is Travis from the National Weather Service. This is your weather hazard briefing for Monday, December 30th. We will have some lingering light snow, particularly along the eastern border and Wyoming border, due to exiting cold front that we had exit our area. We also have some lingering breezy winds from the west, particularly across the eastern Magic Valley and Snake Plain and ridge tops. We will have cooler temperatures behind that cold front today for the next several days. We do have a chance also of patchy freezing fog tomorrow morning as we have high pressure kind of building in the area in the northwest flow today and tomorrow. And there will be another system on Wednesday. We'll get into that as much. It's fairly light at this point, just a couple inches up high. So here's the kind of the northwest flow. We do have some lingering showers across the Wyoming border, mainly across our northern areas. Looks like we may have a weak convergence boundary kind of move down. Northerly winds move down and kind of combine with the westerly winds across our area. And so this area up here, just east of Idaho Falls to Driggs, could see some more snow, particularly in the mountains, could get up to 2 to 5 inches more today. I'll show you that here a little bit more today. Here's the current radar imagery. It's mainly across our northeast currently. And just as far as the weather hazard outlook, just looking at some lingering light to moderate snow across the Wyoming border, particularly up high for the big holes and also the Montana divide up against the Wyoming borders. We're going to get to see much snow. I'll show you that graphic here in a second. We're looking at some wind this morning, gusts up to around 40, and generally the gusts are 20 and 30 across the area. They've been trending downward the last couple hours, and models show that continuing to drop off by mid to late morning. And then as high pressure builds in from the west, we do look like winds will drop off. And then we have potential for patchy fog, particularly across our northeast and southeast, or just those valleys across the eastern areas, and mainly across any waterways. And then we do have another system I mentioned Wednesday into Thursday, generally 1 to 3 for most mountain areas. Our eastern areas along the Wyoming border, particularly in the northern portions, big holes, and Island Park area could get 2 to 4 inches right now, and then it'll just be light rain down low because it does warm up in the afternoons, and then in Friday that just lingers into Friday. The bigger system looks like it may come through on Saturday. It's been showing that the last couple days. So here's our current watches and warnings and advisories. We just have the winter storm warnings. We kept those out. Those will probably be expired around noon, but right now they're going out till about 2 or 3 o'clock. And those are the only, and again, it's just for that lingering snow and the breezy winds. It is creating some blowing and drifting snow, particularly that Antelope Flats to the Wyoming border. So there is some, just make sure you look at 511 before you go anywhere, because the roads are a little bit hazardous still across those areas where those warnings are still out. And then here we do have avalanche warnings. We have 2 across our areas. This is blue for the Sawtooth as well as the Wasatch. Just always check avalanche.org for updated. Those are only good actually till 6 a.m. and they maybe extend those or not. We'll know here shortly. But again, just check avalanche.org, or you can check here weather.gov/PIH Avalanche Weather, and you'll get this particular graphic that I'm showing here. Today, here's our high temps, and then cooler than what we've seen the last couple of days. And then here's our wind gusts. This is the stronger winds are now, and then just again they will be backing off in the next several hours, particularly through this mid-morning to late morning. And so there will be some blowing, drifting snow, particularly along the eastern borders, where there is quite a bit of snow and a little bit of fresh new snow as well. So here's our QPF amounts for the remainder of the day. And our snow amounts, you can see just the mountain areas along the Wyoming border. The highest amounts in our area were just that blue area is up to around 4 to 5 inches. Additional snow through this morning into the afternoon. So here's our high temps for Wednesday as well as wind gusts. You can see the winds drop off significantly. Those are the high for the day. And then as far as your fog, there does look like there's a good chance of patchy fog, particularly in the valleys and the Bear Lake area, as well as up in the Island Park area, and then just all valleys with waterways. It does look like a pretty good chance for some patchy freezing fog tomorrow morning with the low winds and ample moisture. And there's our high temperatures for Wednesday, start to creep back up there. You can see that there'll be some areas here that will have some rain as it goes into the type of precip that we'd have on Wednesday. And then just as a summary, we had a cold front exit our area, pretty significant one. We do have some lingering snow across the our eastern areas. Generally be 1 to 3 inches, although some of the mountaintops will be 4 to 5 inches along the Wyoming border. That cold front is bringing cooler temperatures for the next several days, although we are going to be warming up from the west. And any precip that we have on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have a chance of rain down low, particularly across the eastern Magic Valley and lower valleys. And then we do have patchy freezing fog on Tuesday morning. So that concludes the briefing. If you have any questions, give us a call at this number. Thank you.